Damn, the human brain is a resource fucking hog.
It is a resource hog. That's why it's such a lazy bitch.
Yeah. We've talked about this in another podcast too. And I've written about this shit.
Yeah. People don't realize just, how much work your brain does without you thinking.
Yep.
And the older you get, and the older you get, the more it wants to automate shit. You're already pretty much a drone by the time you're like 65, 70.
Yep. These bone mechs are outdated.
Yeah.
We need a fucking software update. We need a firmware update. We need,
just a flat out chassis update.
For real.
We need the chassis upgraded. We need the internals upgraded,
come on, evolution, fix your shit.
Exactly. I mean,
or maybe I should pray to Jesus.
Well,
come on, Jesus, fix your shit.
Well, let's not start sucking each other's dicks quite yet.
I'm just saying.
All right, my turn.
Simon.
Go for it.
My choice for movie that never should have been made, Pacific Rim.
Okay, I agree with that.
Fuck you. fuck you.
Here we go. Hey Jones, that's your cue.
Okay, I had to click something. Goddamn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shit, I don't know. I'm not in your home.
And I'm gonna be working while we're doing this, so if I go silent, it's because I'm concentrating. I say yo homeboy.
Wow.
I say yo homeboy.
Wow.
Wake your punk ass up and push the button.
I'm pushing this button. Oh, wait, nope. That's the Putin button. Let's not push that one. Boop, there we go.
The Putin button.
Yeah, the one that launches all the missiles and shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We don't want to start World War III on accident. That's right. That's me. Orale. What's up, homies? Welcome to the Chino and Homeboy podcast. It's another sacrilegious Sunday, and we're not glowing in the dark. So let's get started. Okay, there. All done.
Okay, then.
So, today's topic is movies that never should have been made. And it's going to be our own personal opinions. So if you don't like our choices, you can go fuck yourself.
Okay, then.
Yeah. This is episode 98, right?
Yeah.
98. 2 more before you motherfuckers get your little fucking 20% discount at the merch store. I needed an excuse to do that.
Right. Yay.
Exactly. So, Chino, you want to start us off with a movie that never should have been made?
Fine, sure. I'll start it out. The movie that I have in mind is The Happening, starring Mark Wahlberg. I believe John Leguizamo was also in that fucking movie.
Probably the best part of that movie.
Right. Probably was.
It wasn't.
Oh, well, I stand corrected.
But I digress.
but yeah, it just, it was a terrible movie. I can't speak to how well. Okay,
hold on. I can speak for you. Hold up.
Emotional damage. Yes. As a matter of fact, that movie gave me fucking emotional damage. It ruined my movie going experience after watching that fucking movie. And I want to go see it with a bunch of friends. I ended up walking out.
How many minutes in?
I don't know, halfway.
Oh shit, man! You suffered. You
dude,
suffered.
not
Emotional
damage. I mean, not only was the movie fucking terrible, right? The dialogue sucked.
Hold on. Did you walk out before or after the kid got shotgunned?
I think I walked out after.
Well, that was the best part. That's the only part of that movie I've seen, and that's
a kid getting shot. That's the best part.
Yes.
And that tells you how terrible the fucking movie is.
No. That tells you how bold and original this movie was.
No, man.
Because they never ever kill kids on screen.
Right. So okay.
And the fact that they did it in a bold fashion with a shotgun, like peekaboo, motherfucker, kaplow.
Look, bold,
right?
bold as it may
be. It doesn't get any better than that. And for that reason, I cannot agree with you. And I agree with you. The rest of the movie is trash. But that is his one saving grace. And for that, this movie should have been made.
And not, when I say, that was, I am agreeing with you when you say that was the best part of the movie, right? But everything else, was fucking terrible. I mean, I'm watching this fucking movie, and I'm listening to the dialogue, and what the fuck do I see? The boom mic. I saw the fucking boom mic on top of the characters.
That just pulls you right out of the suspension of disbelief.
I mean,
right
come
there.
on, bro. Come on.
Was it one of those big fuzzy cat looking boom mics, or was it the thin skinny black one?
It was a thin skinny black one. It's like the premise might have been somewhat interesting, right? But execution,
I haven't watched it. What is the premise of this movie? It's the end of the world. Is it
the trees are killing you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. So people are basically becoming suicidal, like they just droning out and going to the nearest thing to kill themselves, jumping off of buildings, walking into traffic, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And they don't know why. It just happens.
Yeah.
So it happened to be the trees are letting off something in the air that drives humans crazy to kill them because they're tired of deforestation, I guess.
That is a fascinating and very scientific what did you say? Premise?
Mm-hmm.
Premise. Yeah, that is a very fascinating premise. So I'm assuming that the execution was what was way off on this film.
The execution, the acting.
No, the execution that I saw was superb. that little nosy motherfucker just got what he deserved.
Look, bro, like even though that was shocking, that whole kid getting blasted with a shotgun, right? That was shocking, and I'm all for like I'm all for shock value, but I just it just was not hitting. And the other thing is, I'm usually a fan of how different M. Night Shyamalan's films are, but this one was just can't do it. And it's one of the things that really kind of edifies and cements the idea that, in my mind, that Mark Wahlberg is not a good lead actor.
I think he's not a good lead actor in a non-action role. You can't.
I mean,
you can't have him being front and center on shit that isn't like one-dimensional. And I think this role may have required a few more dimensions than he had to give.
I mean, you're right in that sense, because there are a few movies of his that I like where he plays the central role. He was great in Shooter. And he was fantastic in what was it? The Big Hit. It was a late 90s movie where he plays an assassin, a mercenary. And, that was enjoyable, and I think it's because the premise of the movie isn't really serious. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like other movies where he's the main guy, I'm not into it. He's great, I think, as a secondary character, or if somebody else, is in the main role with him, like a co-main star. He was great in The Departed, and he's fucking hilarious in those Daddy's Home movies or whatever the fuck they are. With Will.
One of my favorite Marky Mark movies is Shooter.
Yeah, Shooter was great.
I've watched it repeatedly. It's a nice actioner. Now, I don't know if it's him or if it's because Antoine Fuqua made the movie, but it's something that I can just put on and watch repeatedly with ease.
Yeah.
Nice little conspiracy, a little gunplay, a little vengeance. It was like The Punisher before The Punisher. It's in that tier with what do you call it? Man on Fire kind of deal.
Yeah.
And so like with him doing his action, when he's getting his gun off, I have almost zero problems with Marky.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
but the shit,
I agree with you.
Transformers with him trying to play a smart guy and all that shit was blah.
Yeah. Well, what's his name? Matthew McConaughey played a smart guy in Interstellar. And, when I first started watching that damn movie, the only thing
because you sound country don't mean you ain't smart.
Well, no, here's
but when you sound like you're from Boston, it means you're stupid.
here's the thing with Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar. When I first started watching the movie, the only thing I could think of was him going, all right. That was it. You know what I mean? And so initially I couldn't take him seriously as a scientist, but the science and what Nolan did with the movie was gripping. So to me, I can forgive the fact that they cast Matthew McConaughey, as this genius, right?
So that's so judgy of you. Like I could totally believe this nigga shucks corn for a living, but him working for NASA. Nah.
For real. I mean, for real though.
Accent, even though NASA's in the middle of Texas.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well, I am judgy, I guess.
All right.
I thought so much more of you. All
right. What's the next movie? Hey, Jones.
Oh shit. This is gonna be a twofer. The Matrix 3 and 4.
I mean,
we did discuss the Matrix in the previous episode.
I mean, yeah, we already discussed Matrix 4 as to why that never should have been fucking made. But at the same time, the Wachowski sisters did a marvelous job of letting us know why it never should have been made.
Number one, they're siblings; they're not sisters. Okay, so
wait,
that straight.
I thought it was only one Wachowski sister that made it.
They're not sisters; they're siblings. Use the correct terminology and pronouns, please.
Correction. I thought it was only one Wachowski sibling that made it.
No, they both wear dresses now.
Wait, what?
We gonna get canceled.
You're so getting canceled. Oh my god.
Oh man.
It's not a lie. They both wear dresses. No lies spoken.
I know, but what I was talking about was like making the movie.
That was not the
making
answer to the question that was asked.
My bad. I thought he was saying he only thought one transitioned over to being a woman.
Hold up.
My bad.
Emotional damage.
Blame it on the rain. My apologies.
Man. Okay, so go on. Besides the obvious.
So my thing is that there should have only been 2 Matrix movies.
Right.
2 and 3 should have been combined into one movie. Because there's a lot of extra bullshit in 3, like way too much extra bullshit in 3. That should have been cut out. And then there's all this shit that they filmed. Like all of it.
Damn, hey Jones be hating.
Even it's like even the whole part where it's like wiping my ass with silk.
Yeah, that can go. I'm sorry.
Wasn't that in 2? That was in 2.
I thought that was in 3.
No, that was in 2.
No, that's 2.
Oh, that's 2.
It's like wiping my ass with silk.
So okay, so I've actually scripted this movie for re-editing. Literally.
Number 3?
No, number 2.
Okay.
So they filmed a bunch of shit for the video game with Jada Pinkett's character.
That was a great video game, by the way.
I never played it.
It was good. It was fun.
But I have watched all the cinematics, right? So, or the cutscenes. So every time you see Niobe show up, she's just come back from an adventure that's in the fucking video game. Now they could have interlaced that, and we could have got this 2-pronged story where this character keeps weaving in and out of the story or the main story, showing you everything else that then ties up again when she saves Morpheus from hitting the concrete when he gets kicked off the back of the trailer truck, right?
Right.
So 1, that should have been done. 2, there's a bunch of shit in the movie that we don't need. 1, I don't need a giant fight with a bunch of digital Mr. Smiths. Like, it was annoying.
Right.
Like, it went from like live action with dudes with false faces looking like Mr. Smith to all of this shit is clearly digital, and they're slow-moing it to make sure that we know that nobody was hurt in this stunt. Don't worry.
You mean there weren't that many Hugo Weavings?
No. So like either you get rid of that whole scene or you cut all the digital shit out and only leave the scenes where he was actually fighting real people. Like, boom. And that can save you like 5 minutes worth of time because that scene is super long.
Right.
2, there's this talk with him and a white guy about, they're philosophicalizing about shit. And like, look, I take a dump in the toilet here in Zion. I don't know how it works. I just know that it works. And that's all I need to know.
Right.
Whole shit wiped out. Morpheus' weak ass speech that seemed like it was going to be the shit that wasn't. We don't need that shit. I don't need the whole underground rave scene in slow-mo where I repeatedly see the same woman nipples 3 times in the same slide. Like
I was going to mention that
cam shot.
Yeah,
like,
I was going to mention
I
that.
didn't really need that. Like, that was just wasting time. Like, why was this extended beyond the first viewing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you do that now you can save like 30 minutes probably at this point. And there's underneath his love making scene, like this is this is a sci-fi movie. We ain't been fucking. There's no reason to interject fucking at this point, right? Really don't need it. Take that out. Boom, we got another 10 minutes. I like the fact that they showed Zion, but the kid with the spoon and the annoying kid really didn't need that character at all unless he was a boy who bent the spoon in the first fucking movie. If it's not him and it's not connecting him, I don't need that nigga. We don't need the confusion. Cut all his scenes out of the movie. Boom. Now we got space for all the
Niobe shit.
Yeah, the Niobe shit. And we can cut it short on the 3rd movie because all that underneath the train shit, throw that shit away. It doesn't make sense. Didn't move the story along for me. It was just wasted fucking time. All we need is Mr. Smith getting into the real world and them fighting at the end. Like, that's all we really need out of that movie.
Right.
That was a good one.
Now
you throw 6.
You throw that all in the same movie, make the fucking Matrix maybe 3 hours long at this point,
right?
And we're done. Everybody walks away happy.
But if they did that, then they wouldn't. They would have made the fourth one.
No, they would have, because they would have had time and space to actually make the next
fourth one good,
like right there, because it would have been fresh. Because they only made 2 movies, they didn't make 3, so they can make the bookend, and they would have enough time and energy and mind space for it.
You know what my problem with the Matrix movies is?
What?
It costs more energy to keep human beings fed and functioning, even in a comatose state, right? Than the energy they're producing.
Yeah. Well, that's with your human technology, not with the computer AI technology.
I mean, I don't know how many volts they can squeeze out of a human being, but it costs about approximately 10,000 volts to power a human being, or the equivalent of 10,000 volts to power a human being for a day. You know what uses up 10,000 volts of electricity?
Your brain.
No, a house. A fucking house.
10,000 volts, huh?
Yeah.
So I know you've been trained under electrician shit, but I don't know a difference between a volt or.
Oh, I'm sorry. 10,000 watts. My bad.
Yeah, I don't know volts, watts, amps. I don't know what none of that shit really means and how it interacts with.
Oh, I gotta correct myself. It's 10,000 watts of power. 10,000 watts, which is a watt.
Watts is the current.
No, watt is the amount of work that that electricity does.
Wait, I'm thinking about amperes.
Is.
Never mind.
Yeah. You're talking about But watt is the amount of work electricity does, right? So that's how work is measured for electricity. But 10,000 watts of power is what is the equivalent of what a human being uses.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the human brain uses up about a quarter of that, so 2,500 watts.
Damn, the human brain is a resource fucking hog.
It is a resource hog. That's why it's such a lazy bitch.
Yeah. We've talked about this in another podcast too, and I've written about this shit.
Yeah, people don't realize just how much work your brain does without you thinking.
Yep.
And the older you get, and the older you get, the more it wants to automate shit. You're already pretty much a drone by the time you're like 65, 70.
Yep. These bone mechs are outdated.
Yeah.
We need a fucking software update. We need a firmware update. We need,
just a flat out chassis update.
For real.
We need the chassis upgraded. We need the internals upgraded,
come on, Evolution, fix your shit.
Exactly. I mean,
or maybe I should pray to Jesus.
Well,
come on, Jesus, fix your shit.
Well, let's not start sucking each other's dicks quite yet.
I'm just saying.
All right, my turn.
Timon.
Go for it.
My choice for movie that never should have been made, Pacific Rim.
Okay, I agree with that.
Fuck you. fuck you.
You like that shit, homies? Listen to the whole podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Like and subscribe, and check out another video. Until next time, homies. Peace. It's a mutiny.